It becomes a ghost town most nights. Places that you used to see a ton of traffic and stuff like that, there's just nobody out.
I am seriously considering redoing my whole business model to not have personal contact, and maybe not even take listings.
People were over panicked, and then I think there were the people who didn't take it seriously. And you can see how those things have gone. The people that were over panicked are the ones who are being really selfish and all for themselves because they're so worried that they're going to get it.
I am Joe Carey. I am a sergeant for the El Paso County Sheriff's Office. It seems like as we've gotten further and further into the stay-at-home orders, people are getting more restless. It feels like we're going to more frequent mental health related calls and things like that from, I think, people just probably spending too much time without sunlight. I work midnight shift and definitely become more mindful of the environments we go into and the potential for exposure in those environments. I think I never really thought about it before this, and now it's constant. I'd say for the most part, people are doing a good job. For one, there are less people on the road. And for two, our threshold for contacting people is a little different than it was before. We also do far fewer traffic stops and things like that, just kind of trying to minimize exposure. And if it's a minor violation, we do a lot less with it now. But I try to stay optimistic about it. I think we've been given everything we need to do this as safely as we can.
I'm Athena Wilson, and I am the employing broker and co-founder of Stratera Partners. Before we were non-essential employees, I was able to show properties, and I was going in with FaceTime, and my clients were on the other line. So I was going in. And then when we became non-essential, which is when I got sick, I was doing video calls, FaceTime calls at home, Zoom calls, and then I have a real estate coach that I work with. It's a different world. People they don't want to hear a sales spill. They don't want to be sold to right now. They just want to be comforted. I think people are going to be a little bit more, or a lot more cautious of people entering their homes, riding with clients in cars, liability issues, cleanliness. We have to totally rebuild our business, and we have to make it digital. We have to make it safe, and we have to be creative. We will rely on technology more. I believe that in a few years, real estate, it's just going to be like people get access to the houses maybe through an electronic lockbox and a camera inside the house.
Hi, my name's Alycia, and I work retail as a sales associate at an accessory store in the mall. At first, we tried to just work through it, but then when the stay-at-home orders went into effect, we got furloughed. It seemed like a gradual change at first. It went from reduced hours, like a little bit of a pay cut, and then all of a sudden we were just closed and haven't really heard anything for the last 2 months. I feel like my last day of work was pretty crazy. People were still all around the mall, coming in and out. Most people were coming into our store to ask us if we had hand sanitizer or paper towels. I'm kind of worried about working retail now that all of this happened. I feel like it might be more beneficial for me to try to get a job that would be considered essential if something like this were to happen again. I have friends on pretty much every end of the spectrum, ones that didn't have a job, ones that are essential workers, and yeah, everyone is suffering in some way. But it is also really nice to see the members of the community that do care come together, and I feel like our particular community here in Colorado is a lot stronger than in some other places. Maybe not everyone agrees with each other all of the time, but I feel like we'll get through this.